Aha, hello, me hearties. A very, very good morning to you. It's just me, Scottie McCLUE, and I thought I'd pop up and say a quick hi. I hope all is well with you, and a massive dinky-do to you. Glad you could join us on Saturday morning. Fantastic stuff. That's what we like. Good morning to you, and a very, very warm welcome. Now, this is just a random pop-up Saturday morning. Time just gone 9:30. And it's Saturday, the 28th of May. 28th of May. Had to think, what month are we at now? It's flying in. Dinky-Doo, I say to you, and a very, very warm welcome. Thank you for joining us. Tremendous stuff. Come on and give us your chat. There's Colin saying, good morning, sir. Good morning to you, Colin. Lovely to have you with us, and a very, very warm welcome to Scottie McCLUE Live. That's what it's all about. I'll just say a very good morning to everybody. There we go. Fantastic. That's that. Let that one go. Yes. And good morning, all. We like that. We like that. Fantastic. Morning, Scottie, from Andy in Widnes. Andy, love to witness. Are you all still at the rugby down in Widnes? Morning, Scottie from Motherwell. Morning. Lovely to have you with us, and a very, very warm welcome. You never need to scroll once you've found McCLUE. That's the big one, I say to you. Get following, guys. Good morning from South Africa. Sarith, how lovely to have you with us from South Africa. And welcome, welcome. Are you having a breakfast braai this morning? Do tell. We like to know what's going on in South Africa and whereabouts exactly you are from. Do tell us. Well, not exactly, but, just roughly whereabouts you're from. Are you from Durban, from Natal, from the Eastern Cape? Are you from Grahamstown? That sort of idea. You're from Cape Town. Tim, good morning. Dinky-Doo, lovely to have you with us. Just by being here, you're making a difference. Thank you for taking the time to make our world better. Jeff, it's a privilege for me to come and join you beautiful people live in the morning on TikTok. Wish your missus well. So there we are. Wish my missus well. Oh, yes, that makes sense. Dean says, wish my missus well on the birth of our child, please. Absolutely. I wish both of you well on the birth of your child. There we are. Big witness, Rugby Town. Absolutely, Andy. I used to play rugby myself, and Widnes was the place to be, one of the places to be. No braai this morning. I'm in duty until 1900 in Klerksdorp Hospital. Well, Sarith, the people of Klerksdorp are very, very lucky to have you there, and thank you for everything you do. It's so much appreciated. Awesome, brother. Lovely. Hi, Rotterdam. Dinky-Doo. How good to have you with us, and a very, very good morning to you. Welcome, welcome to our broadcast this morning. There we go. Who else have we got? Glenn's followed us. Thank you, Glenn. What a thoroughly decent human thing to do. Guys, if you're watching right now, get following Big Strong. I love you, brother. Rotterdam. We love you, brother. Absolutely. Top man. Follow us as soon as you can. Thanks, ex-Becky. The followers are so much appreciated. It's such a lovely thing to do. Celebrating 100 years of Northern Ireland today, Scottie. I know, Jack, but will it last any longer, or is it century up, that's it, game over? I don't know, because there's a rumour over here that the British lot in Westminster don't want Northern Ireland with all its problems, and the South don't want it either because they don't want to pick up the tab. You'll see I've put a discussion up on a TikTok video. Get on to that and tell us what you think. Ready Rangers FC till we die, fella. Boots and braces. There we are. Dinky-Doo. Well done, Rotterdam. Absolutely. Stomping on the racists. That's what we will do to them. We will stomp on them. Where's your hometown, Mr. McCLUE? My hometown is the universe. I'm part of the universe. I'm a child of the universe. My hometown is TikTok. Glasgow and Greenock. You're right, Scottie. The reality is nobody wants the North. I think that's the problem, Pinky. Do you know what I mean? The North, I'm always being asked to give Northern Ireland advice. And you'll see on my TikTok video, I gave them advice, and the advice was get power sharing and put the past behind you, right? Otherwise, I'll come over and sit in Stormont, not with any license to do so, just sit there until you all get yourselves sorted out. There we are, St. Helens in Merseyside. We love it. Rotterdam. We love St. Helens in Merseyside. Scottie McClue is so well known across Merseyside. Scottie, will you be supporting Liverpool tonight in the European Cup final? I will, as long as they sing God Save the Queen at the top of their voices and nobody ever, ever, ever dares to boo again. That's the whole thing. But yes, I love Liverpool. I am still Dinky-Doo. Thank you so much for your kindness. There we are. I know Martin McGuinness had his problems, but I think they're missing his leadership. Well, I think so. Martin McGuinness was a very clever man, and I loved his meeting with the Queen when he said, "How are you?" And she said, "Well, I'm still alive." Was there something actually just a little bit hidden there? I wonder. Everton FC, Dinky-Doo, lovely to have you with us, Dinky-Doo. Red Hand Brothers forever, God. There we are, Everton FC. Yes, I've heard of them. Why aren't they allowed to boo? It's free speech. No, Dagon. That's not free speech. That's just downright hooliganism, rudeness, lack of understanding, lack of knowledge, and lack of respect. That's all that is. That's nothing to do with free speech. If I was standing up swearing, and all the rest of it at one of the world leaders, that's not free speech. That's just rude. There we are. Looking forward to the Liverpool fans singing. So there we are. Yes, as long as they're singing God Save the Queen at the top of their voices. As a Liverpool fan, I can only apologise. It was pure disrespect. Pinky, you are forgiven for your decency. You're like so many Liverpool fans. You're a thoroughly decent human being. We're brothers forever over the drink, La. Oh, absolutely, La. And I don't even do the drink now, so I'm afraid you're stuck with me. We're brothers forever. Your team, Scottie, the champions, Celtic. Well, I'm not really a football fan, as you know. There we are, Madrid 5, Liverpool 0. That's Rotterdam forecasting what's going to happen there. I Am Still has sent me 15 wishing bottles. I Am Still, you are very, very, very kind, and I thank you for that. Ready, Rangers FC till we die. Ready, ready. Well, no, you can change. You could become a Celtic fan and try that for a while. I think all Rangers fans should become Celtic fans, and I think all Celtic fans should become Rangers fans for maybe, I don't know, a year, something like that, just so they could see the experience from the other side. Scottie, what are you doing for the long weekend? Well, Dayun, I work all the time, as you know, so I don't have long weekends. But every weekend is a short weekend to me. It passes so quickly, but we love it. That's the whole thing. There's the wonderful Susan Forrest. Good morning. Good morning, my darling. And Dinky-Doo to you. And a lovely big kiss. Mwah. There you have it. Professor Numpty Heed, will the future King Charles have 2 birthdays as well? I'm just trying to think about that. Yes, probably the King's official birthday will be the tripping of the colour, because I think, if I remember right, Prince Charles's birthday is November. I think Prince Charles was born in November. And I'm wondering which day in November. I'm trying to remember. I don't think it was the 11th. There we are. Good morning. Do you think sending more guns and ammo is the best way to end a war? No, I don't think so, Naz, to be quite honest with you. When are you coming to Ballach in Loch Lomond? Well, now, for what a lovely, lovely invitation. Not an invitation, an invitation. And I'll tell you what I was thinking. Would you like Scottie McClue? If you look on I think I've pinned it. If you look at the TikTok videos, I've done a little cameo video on the wonderful Port Glasgow, which used to be the Port of Glasgow. Have a look at that. And tell me if you'd like me to do one for your town. Just a wee cameo. Should Charles abdicate and give the throne to William? Absolutely 100% not. Charles is now 73. He'll be 74 this year. Now, he's spent 74 years to date learning to be king. If his mother lasts another 5 years to the same age as her own mother, then he'll be 79, coming up 80. But he's spent all that time learning to be king. And I think he'll make an outstanding king. So any of this, should Charles abdicate and let William and Kate in, William and Kate will get their turn. That's not how it works. Okay, cookie. There we are. A loyalist, says Rotterdam. Are you a loyalist, Rotterdam? What does that mean? There we are. Dinky-Doo. Encourage, it says here. I have to encourage you. Well, I always do, don't I? I always encourage you. There we are. Fantastic. Jumbo's just joined us. Welcome, Jumbo. D. Gourlay, the lovely D. Gourlay says, good morning, D. How lovely to have you with us. Mwah. Welcome, welcome, I say. So good that you have come and joined us. There we are. I'm getting beautiful gifts from you lovely, lovely people. I am still sending me beautiful gifts. You're a very, very generous and kind man. Royalty is a tax thieving setup. Rotterdam, you're 100% wrong as usual on that stuff. I was watching a program on it last night, and I wish they'd let me produce the program because it was so badly done. They called Buckingham Palace a castle. You know, things like that. And they thought that the monarchy costs us money. They don't realize they bring money into us. And just to answer you there, Rotterdam, of course, the Queen paid, I think just before the COVID outbreak, £98 million in tax. She gives you, I think it's about a half of her income. It might even be more. America will never be able to get rid of guns. They should never have legalized them. Well, I don't know, Pinky. You see, I think it's very interesting because although you get dreadfully bad events like has just happened, these shootings, you're dealing with lunatics and fanatics, right? They shouldn't have guns. So I think we need to look more at people's mental health and whether they think they should have guns. So we should maybe make it that you have to qualify for a gun license. But I think this right to bear arms keeps Americans independent because they are the last ditch of an army if America got attacked. It's interesting, isn't it? So I can see pros and cons. You know, I mean, obviously, there's nothing that you can do or say to put right the damage that's been done by these completely crazed individuals who go and do that. We had this in Scotland. Scotland, you don't have the right to bear arms, but we had a devastating school shooting in 1996. In March 1996, the day after my father died. You know, and I was so glad he didn't stay to see it because he would have been so upset. You know, but no, I think that we have to not be spooked about this because, as I say, the people of America are its last defense if it got attacked. Maybe qualifying for a gun license would be the right road to go down as opposed to banning them. Pinky, if you banned guns, they would go under the counter. People would have them secreted. You know, they're in any chance of anything, you know, maybe get you a small pistol. That sort of idea, you know, that would come. Whereas you can go into the gun shops and buy them. But I think you should maybe have to sit some exam or what have you. I don't know. But there will be an answer. And at the moment, our deepest condolences go out to those affected by the latest tragedy. You know, so that stuff. So maybe we also need to look at the mental health of youngsters. Maybe raise the age of bearing arms unless they're exceptionally mature. I don't know. Maybe qualifying for it would be the way. I think so. Beachy, Beachy. Dinky-Doo, lovely to have you with us and a very, very warm welcome. The next Silver Jubilee will be for King William. 25 years. No, if Charles makes 98, right, then, well, it depends when his mother goes, right enough. So I can see where you're coming from, Numpty. There could be something in what you're saying, but Charles might just make it. It depends. Now then, what do we got here? We are bring it a locked door. Lock a door. We are bring it lock a door. I am still Dinky-Doo. Dinky-Doo la la, beachy beachy. I hope the monarchy gets abolished soon. Dayun. I don't know what sort of bee you've got in your bonnet. There is absolutely zero chance of the monarchy ever being abolished. Ever. In Scotland, we've had the monarchy for 2,347 years. It actually predates Scotland. The modern monarchy came in the 800s with Kenneth McCLUE, crowned at Donad Fort in Argyll, one of McCLUE's haunts. There we are, fantastic. You still go up and see where they used to crown the old Scottish kings. But it predates that. If you go back to Ree, the Celtic king, the ancestors of Ree, at least 2,347 years. So, Daihyun, do you think that some dafty, who knows nothing about the monarchy and gets it wrong every time, is going to end up changing that? No. What we need to do is educate people in the benefits of the monarchy, because they are huge and many, manyfold. So, I mean, some idiot saying the monarchy should be abolished, just sheer madness, thoughtlessness, ignorance, lack of knowledge, lack of understanding, lack of ability. Well, maybe not lack of ability, they just need to learn. They've had their head stuffed with nonsense. Beachy, they sent me 11 beautiful TikToks. Now they're Gary Buckets, parasites. And you see, there's a huge lie. Parasites. The monarchy bring in, I think just pre-COVID, the last figure was over £2 billion. £2.5 billion. £2.5 billion. One family. Yeah, brought in direct to the British Exchequer. Okay. Tourism, right? Now, their whole family aren't responsible for this whole figure, but tourism brings in £210 billion. The Queen herself is virtually self-financing with the proceeds of excellent accounting from the Duchy of Lancaster, of which a politician is the Chancellor. The heir to the throne is virtually self-financing by the income from the Duchy of Cornwall. Excellent accounting again, so no expense there. The security and the whole cost of monarchy, everything taken into account, would never exceed 169 million, right? So you do the mathematics. Zero parasites, zero costing us. In fact, I think if you actually look at the cost to the taxpayer, it's the same as a bag of crisps. All right? So there's no parasites. 210 billion, that's so incorrect. No, Dayun, that's absolutely 100% correct. Check it up. What British tourism brings in. Monarchy, Queen, parasites. No, Sam the man, 100% wrong. See, you've had your head stuffed with nonsense, Sam. And I'm so glad that you're on here, because there's a spark of light. There's a spark of light that you might get yourself yet an education on monarchy. All right, so the monarchy, excellent thing, first class. King McCLUE, thank you, and Bongo. They're exempt from Freedom of Info Acts. Well, that's all right, Dahun. You know, I mean, they are the monarchy. The main function of the monarchy, don't get obsessed with personalities. Her Majesty has obviously been an outstanding public servant for 95 years, really. Although she's only been on the throne 70 years. All her life, she has been an outstanding addition to the monarchy. In fact, old George V used to say about Edward VIII, David, his son, who abdicated in 1936, I hope to God nothing comes between Lilibet and the throne. And Lilibet has been on the throne for 70 years and done an outstanding job. That's not okay. They're a public institution. They should be free to scrutiny. No, Dayun. Yes, parts of the monarchy are a public institution, right? And the main function, as I was going to tell you when you so rudely interrupted me, is as the curator and custodian of the crown. And the crown in Great Britain and Northern Ireland is the symbol of authority. Used to be the symbol of authority in Ireland as well. So it's the symbol of authority. It's the same as the Stars and Stripes in America. So when you're dissing the monarchy, you're dissing yourself and your fellow country people. You know, so people need to just wake it up and realize what's going on there. What civil list? You're a self-serving monarchist. No, Sam, we're all self-serving monarchists. Every single one of us, right? There is no such thing as an anti-monarchist in reality. These are just idiots, all right? So always remember that. She hasn't done anything special. She's had her boots kicked by the public whole life. Dahun, you are coming across now as a half-wit. You know, I mean, everything she does is special. And she's still working. She still deals with her red boxes. You know, at 96, Republic now, never, ever, ever, ever. Every republic would love to be a monarchy, right? There's nothing America would love more than to have their own king. Yep, absolutely. Watching you, says Big Rush. Good, Big Rush. So glad to hear. But we'll have to let you go because you've obviously got a serious problem. So what we'll do, hang on a wee second, we'll give Big Rush a lifetime ban because he's got a big rush on right now. There he goes. Bye, Big Rush. Hope you get your problem sorted. There he goes. Right. Do you need to insult everyone who's anti-monarchist? Yes, Sam the man. Yes, anti-monarchists should actually, I mean, we're lucky we live in a democracy, but they should actually be done for treason. You know what I mean? Although I think the bulk of them, 99.9% of them, are just ignorant. They don't have the knowledge. So there you are. So yes, I mean, it's not, they're insulting themselves. It's not very mature to insult someone with a difference of opinion. This is not a difference of opinion. This is a lack of understanding of facts, right? So for whatever reason, ignorance, low IQ, lack of knowledge and understanding, whatever it is, right? They can't change the facts in the same way you can't change the word of God. I understand the facts where you don't, Dahun. Otherwise, you have no case for dissing the monarchy. So you clearly don't understand the facts. I've just given you the facts. Hello from Slovakia, Mr. Gota, Mr. Goata. We love to have you with us from Slovakia. And Dinky-Doo, I say to you, so good that you could come and join us. That's what it's all about. The Queen should step in and stop Boris changing the ministerial code. It cannot be seen that one man can change the rules that are used for self-gain. Well, I think The changing the ministerial code, we need to check who's responsible for the ministerial code. The Queen can't step in and do anything political, but she can advise and warn. And it might be an idea for her to advise and warn Boris. You see? So there we have it. I know you were in broadcasting, Scotty. What were you involved in the most? Television and radio and newspapers as well, but mainly television and radio. There are many reasons to talk badly about the monarchy. There's never a reason to talk badly about the monarchy, because the monarchy have one main function: curators and custodians of the crown. You're insulting the monarchy, you're insulting the crown. Queen Elizabeth could never need criticised, because her behaviour, her demeanour, her actions and reactions have all been 100% plus beyond reproach. So there you have it. So there's never a reason to criticise the monarchy. I am allowed to insult those parasites. Well, you see, Dahun, the very fact you've called them parasites means you're a very, 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 very ignorant person. So, because there's nothing parasitical about them. As I say, they don't take, they give. So there you have it, you see. People just need to learn these things. McCLUE's your man when it comes to education about the monarchy. I can tell you. So, Dahun, you need to start learning, my boy. And then you can come on and apologise. Say, Scotty, I am so sorry that I got all this so wrong. Not a problem. Scotty, I'm not happy with what we got here. With Glasgow denying the people of Glasgow to see the head of the something or other. Don't know what that is, Neil. So there we are. DINKY-DOO. Exsanguination, that's just such a low down thing to say. So what we'll do with you is dump you, because you can't get any lower than you. There we are. If I was in the gutter, you'd be looking up at me. There he goes. Say bye-bye to exsanguination, because he's an idiot. Right, that's the end of that. Fantastic. Now, who have we got here? Scotty, the Crown had its own fancy car for travelling to and from the state opening of Parliament. Would not be cheaper using a taxi. Numpty Head, probably A, we own the royal cars from the Royal Mews, and it's lovely to give them an outing. And B, a taxi wouldn't be insured for the Crown unless they wanted to pay a massive, massive premium. So there you have it. Why do people hate the monarchy? Ignorance, Mr. Goat. Total 100% ignorance. There we are. I mean, I have to say that certain individuals over the years could have behaved better. King Billy being one of them. That sort of idea, but there's certainly never any reason for hate. I am not ignorant. I want to delete the elite. They're not elite. They're our chosen, elected monarchy. Dahun. Why would you delete? What if they wanted to delete you? It's just nonsense. There we are. Bye-bye, exsanguination. He's away. What pronoun do you use? Well, we don't. I don't use pronouns at all, really, because they're divisive, and nothing on Scotty McCLUE is divisive. We don't have it. Numpty Scotty. Oh yes, indeed, Numpty. I know. Fantastic that. So it wouldn't be cheaper using a taxi if anything happened to the Crown, and it wouldn't be cheap for the taxi. I can tell you. Roy says, sadly, and he mentions a member of the royal family has tarnished the royals. I feel for the Queen. Yes, some bad decision-making there, but certainly no wrongdoing proven. So there you are, just bad decision-making, poor choices. DINKY-DOO, Scotty, how's your Saturday? Outstanding. Good morning, Sparkles. Good morning from Perth. I hope you have a great day. The second. There we are. Is that Perth, West Australia, or Perth, Scotland. Kath, Dinky-Doo. Oh, you've a great weekend. They're not elected. Dachun, of course they are elected. And Majesty the Queen is the head of state for Scotland. Now, in perpetuity, through her heirs and successors, yes, and her heirs and successors, through being an heir and successor herself, was elected to the Scottish crown. The Scottish crown took over the English crown in 1603. QED, Quod erat demonstrandum. All right, Dachun, you've got so much to learn, son. So much to learn. Scotty, how long do you think it will be until they have a referendum for a united Ireland? Well, I think, Nafua, there's so much to discuss about this. I mean, for a start, does Dublin and the Dial want to pick up the tab for the North? Because it won't be cheap. I can tell you that. How do we finance the North? Would the North like to be independent of both Westminster and Ireland? You know, would the North like to be part of Ireland again? Could we, what would it, reunify the 6 counties, de-annex them? Neil says, I'm going to put your name forward for an OBE for services to radio and broadcasting. Neil, you're very, very kind indeed. I thank you. So there we are. So I think it depends on the will of the people. We had this rammed down our throats when they managed to pull that cracker at Brexit and take us kicking and screaming out of the European Union, where we begged on bended knee to join, and had 50 years of peace and prosperity as a wonderful, successful part of Europe. And then these people managed to convince the Alf Garnets that they could wave their 6-penny Union flag if we left the world's top trading bloc. 52 countries, 510 million people. And now we've got nothing. We're just, running on empty, as I said would happen. I predicted it 6 years ago with Brexit. I think people need to start listening to Scottie McClue. I said this will end in economic annihilation and political fragmentation of the United Kingdom. And what's happening? I don't like to say I did say, but I did. So thank you very much for that. You're very, very kind. Perth in Scotland. Thank you, Kath. I'm loving your knowledge on this matter and setting it straight for the people who don't know. Well, Neil, you have to. You have to. It's fantastic. No other country has got a democratic system like ours, where you have the continuity of the long-term elected monarchy, and also the fact that the monarch can advise and warn the government and ask an individual to form a government. And she could actually get rid of the government if that was required. And the Tories right at the moment in the United Kingdom have not got the whopping majority that we're being told they have. I just heard this morning on the national media, okay, pinch of salt, but national media, that 88% of the seats could disappear if there was an election right now. It's a thought, isn't it? And now, what do we got here? Professor Numpty says, my lecky is only 360 a year. Should I donate the extra like the Chancellor advises it? Well, unless you were donating it to Scottie McClue's live shows. Scottie, if you could come back as an animal, what would you be? One of my own black Labradors, either Wreath or Clyde, because they were absolutely ruined with love. So there you are. So I think that's what I would come back as. Claire's just joined us. Dinky-Doo must go, Captain. Off out. Keep safe, Scotty. Dinky-Doo. Neil, bless you. Lovely to have you with us, and thank you. Is the photo behind you your father? No, the photo behind me is me. There we are. You'll see a photo of my father on the TikTok videos. Guys, have we all subscribed and followed me on TikTok and subscribed to the YouTube? Scotland's dividend for that, yes. What do you think about monkeypox? Well, as long as it's not developed into moneypox. You know what I mean? For goodness sake. One of the sideshows of the pandemic that we're still suffering from was that the big pharma made billions and billions and billions of pounds of our money. And we were told the vaccine was free. There we are. You okay, Scotty? Finland. I am outstandingly okay because I've managed to inform and educate a lot of people this morning. So I'm very, very, very okay, I can tell you. So there we are. Scotty, if you could come back. Oh, yes, I would be a condor, says Streaky. A condor. Scotty, have you ever missed anything important by sleeping in? Have I ever missed anything important by sleeping in? Once I was late for a meeting on a radio station at 5 o'clock in the evening because I worked all night. I'd gone to my bed at 3 o'clock for 10 minutes and I got a phone call from my big boss. Big boss. Lovely man, the late John Myers. And the phone call went something like, I went, hello? Sam, it's me. Where are you? I said, I'm here. What? Say, we're waiting on you to start the meeting. Anyway, I was only 10 minutes from the station. I said, I'm just on my way in, and took to my heels and made it a few minutes late and deeply apologized. That's the only one I think I can ever remember having missed. But I mean, it wasn't that important. It was a staff meeting, and it was at 5 o'clock in the evening, and I obviously worked at 10 o'clock. So there we are. Now then, what else have we got here? There's a guy calling himself Sputnik. Can you say happy birthday to my mate, Chad? Of course I can, Chad. Dinky-Doo. There we go. Now, what have we got here? Lots and lots of reaction from you guys. Guys, have you all followed me when you came on? Very important to follow Scotty McClue. What's better, Iron Brew or whiskey? Well, Iron Brew won't get you drunk, so I would say Iron Brew. There we are, fantastic. The top brands in Scotland were Iron Brew, Radio Clyde, Scott FM, and Scotty McClue. And that's Scotland's top brands. Isn't that beautiful? So there we have it. No, I haven't missed anything by sleeping in. I would say numpty hood. Thank you for following, Mitch. What a thoroughly decent human being. And I've got 1,700 likes. How good is that? The last one's 100% true. Morning, Scotty. I got the cast off my leg on Thursday. Managed to climb my stairs yesterday. Do you know that Jendell, they talk about a pot in the north of England? I have had a pot on my leg. Scotty, we can't follow you as we don't know what you look like from the back. Ha ha! Numpty head. I see what you just did there. How fabulous is that? So there we are. Guys, what animal would you be if you came back, if you believed in life after death? There we are. What's... Oh, Finland. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. Morning, Scotty. Dinky-Doo. How are you, Drew? How lovely to have you with us on Dinky-Doo. Guys, don't forget tonight at 9 o'clock sharp, the internet phone-in, the big one. You'll get it live on YouTube. You'll get it on TikTok. So get on the YouTube channel and subscribe. There's also about 3,000 brilliant videos for you. Feels great not having my Stucky on, sir. Would also definitely come back as a giant panda. Jendel, I think you'd be a gorgeous giant panda sitting there crunching away on the bamboo. Travelling anyone nice this year, Scotty? Yes, I might take a wee trip up to Argyll, which doesn't come much nicer. There you have it. Don't sleep in for tonight's show. It's important. Well, you know, numpty heat. Sometimes if you think, oh, hard, it's 8 o'clock, or maybe just have 10 minutes. Oh, a bit of a rush there, I say. Dinky-Doo, Scotty, what kind of accent is that? All the way. It's not really an accent, so I would say accent. I'm accentless. But it is the way I speak and always have. Going home to Bara. Sputnik, I'm with you now. You're flying up to Bara. Karaha maha hakaba. Falchi ki de mila falchi don TikTok. Agus. Scottish McCLUE. There we are. Fantastic. That's what it's all about, I say. Is going to Bara. We love it. No, we'll not sleep in for tonight. Numpty Heed, please do not panic. Guys, I've just seen the time. We've only got another 4 minutes. Then we're going to have to dash. Now, a word or two about housekeeping. Every single person who's on TikTok should have followed Scottie McClue. Every single person who's not on TikTok, go on TikTok and follow at Scottie McClue. Every single person who's on the internet should seek out the Scottie McClue YouTube channel and subscribe and tap the bell. It doesn't cost you, it's free. All right, subscribe and tap the bell. And thank you to everybody who has sent me $5, $10, £5, £10, £20, all these beautiful gifts. £25 we had once. £75 we've had from a certain individual on the YouTube by tapping the dollar. So much appreciated. Dinky-Doo, Scotty. Dinky-Doo. Do you ever do Gaelic radio? No, I don't do the Gaelic radio. Yes, I think it would be quite good. I don't know if Radio Scotland... The BBC in Scotland used to be run by Gaelic people. Very, very interesting. With some wonderful people. Neil McLean, who was one of the first controllers, was a Gaelic singer. Married to a lovely lady called Jenny Curry, who was also a Gaelic singer. And they had a wonderful son, who's, as far as I know, is still with us, Neil McLean from Inverera. So there are. Sorry, Scotty, it's a short one today because I'm going out to help a friend, Finland. You never, ever, ever has to justify you helping a friend. That's fantastic. Guys, I've got 2,400 likes. That's fantastic. The requests on Friday. Right, we've got you. The amount of trees that will be needed to create reminder bills for the British public doesn't bear thinking about. I think it would be a nice touch if the government picked up the tab for our energy bills altogether, rather than try and work out what would help you. Just said to the energy companies, just to let you know, you send us the bill. The only trouble is we are still paying it because we are the taxpayers. Governments don't have any money unless it comes from us, and we give it them. We give it them, la. So there we have it. And I was thinking this morning, on the 1st of January, 1948, vesting day, the British government took over the power companies, had the Ministry of Fuel and Power under Manny Shinwell. Now, it was a wonderful setup because they nationalised energy. And I think that if the power companies are making these billions of pounds in profit, then wouldn't it be better if the government nationalised them and got the billions of pounds of profit and gave us a decently priced bill? So think about that. Nationalising the power companies. Excellent idea or sheer folly? Manny Shinwell, who was a Scot, I did take serious issue with him. because he had a chip on his shoulder. He was an old-fashioned socialist. And that lot kind of bordered on commie. And he was a Scot. But because he didn't like the aristocracy, and he ploughed up the gardens of Wentworth Wood House in South Yorkshire at Rotherham, between Rotherham and Sheffield. And it's a house I love. I love that house. And it survived and endured. It's the biggest country house in Europe. It's actually two houses. It's one house is Palladian and the other is Baroque. And it makes Blenheim Palace look like a shack, like a garden shed. And remember, Blenheim Palace was designed by Sir John Vanbrugh and built by the Queen as a present to the first Duke of Marlborough for his victory at Marlborough and Malplaquet. So there we are, John Marlborough. And she actually paid for Blenheim Palace. And her and Vanbrugh had huge fights. I mean, she was quite feisty, Queen Anne, the last of the Stuarts. But, she did some bad things as well, including uniting Scotland and England. That was a bad piece of work. So there we have it. So there you go. Tell me what you think about that, guys. North Sea oil, that's why we're not held to hostage yet. Yes, I know, but you see, we in Scotland should have had the income from North Sea oil for the last 60 years. Fit like a day, Scotty. Still so fit like. Foo you doing? Foo's your doos? Have you had your breakfast yet? You think you should have some, a couple of rowies and maybe a softie with a bit of bacon? So there you go. If you like it still, Sir Ken Loon. So there you go. That's where we're at now. My goodness me. I'm over time. I've overstayed. Never mind. It's been an absolute privilege, guys. I've loved our morning pop-up this morning. It's just random. Those of you who were fortunate enough to join us, me being fortunate enough to have you with us, it's just great. It's quid pro quo for us, isn't it? A rowie and jam. Ken, is your rowie, do you like a rowie crisp with a jam and a bit of butter on it? Is that? So there you are. It didn't happen. Norway's government saved the money. Absolutely spooked. They did spook. There we are. I'm not sure if I can say your name because of the way things are. We say fair dinkum in Australia. Booney, I'm going to do for you, cobber. I'm going to stick on my jackaroo and say fair dinkum to everybody in Australia. It's just great that we're talking to Australia right now. Dinky-Doo, Scotty, Chris Grant, how lovely to have you with us. And a massive, massive dinky-doo to you, Chris. Fantastic. Guys, it's 20 minutes past 10, and I should have gone a long time ago. I'm now going to go in 1 minute. All right, so we'll say dinky-doo to everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. Chris Grant, thank you for your kindness, sending me speakers. What a lovely, lovely, kind thing to do on the TikTok. Just wonderful. And it's just been incredible this morning. I'll say thank you to everybody for watching us this morning. Thank you. Thank you, YouTubers, as well. They've been watching us as well. Thank you, YouTubers. There we are. I've just said thank you to our YouTubers. Sputnik's my nickname. I know, but Sputnik's Russian. And we maybe can't use it at the moment because of the way things are, because of the big, massive mistake that President Putin has made. And it's caused a stushy, I say to you. Right, guys, that's it from Scottie McClue. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a gorgeous day. Remember to stay fabulous. Very, very important. And also to remember to join me tonight at 9 o'clock sharp on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook Live, on LinkedIn Live, and on Twitch at Scottie_McClue. I'll see you all then. Dinky-doo and fair dinkum. Ta-da, lads. That's our beautiful TikTokers have gone. Our beautiful YouTubers. Take great care of yourselves. Love you lots. Ta-ra, lads.